Have you asked yourself, why am I this way? Why do I think like this? Why do I behave like this? Why am I this way? If you've ever asked yourself this question, then this is for you today. Hi, my name is Shanita. I am your mindset coach. I help individuals to heal from their traumatic experiences as well as uncover and discover who they are so they can begin to live a life of wholeness and purpose. Let's get to it. Understand that how we are and how we are shaped and how we think, how we behave, there's a root cause to it all. You see, we didn't just wake up one morning and became who we are. It's a pattern over time that has shaped us. And today I am going to explain how your childhood trauma may have shaped you. Not only does it shape you, it shapes your identity. I want you to, number one, understand your survival mode. Are you hyper independent? I know I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is one of my sometimes strength, but sometimes weakness as well. You know, it worked for me growing up as a kid to be hyper independent. So I don't have to ask anybody anything. So I don't have to worry about somebody getting mad because I need them or I need something. I became hyper independent to keep myself, my feelings, my heart safe as a kid. But as an adult, that doesn't work for me. You could only go so far as an adult doing it all on your own. And that's what my struggle has been. So I have to learn how to, first of all, I pray and ask God. It's like, okay, Lord, I can't do this on my own. I need you to send me the right person or people or group or community that's going to help me. And he has, absolutely. Another thing I want you to understand about your survival mode, you could be a people pleaser. Once again, if that's you, just put it down in the chat below. Are you a people pleaser? Once again, doing it safe as a kid, once again, as a kid, it kept you safe. But as an adult, it destroys you. Because you're so busy taking care of others and doing what others expect of you, you have lost who you are in your own identity. And you're wondering probably today is, who am I? I'm tired of doing this. This is overwhelming. This is exhausting. I cannot do this anymore. That is what I tell myself. That's what I used to tell myself all the time. And then there's the emotional shutdown, survival mode. Some of y'all was not allowed to feel or show your feelings. Some of you guys was not allowed to voice what you're feeling or what you're thinking in life. Once again, I was one of them. So that emotional shutdown, we think of it as a strength. Oh, I can control my emotions. I can, just brush it off. But you're actually just pushing it down. You're not controlling anything. You're pushing it down. And it's coming up in a bad way. So, number one, understanding your survival mode. Number two, notice how these patterns are showing up in your life. I want you to take a moment. You could even push pause and write down, how are these patterns of hyperindependence, people pleasing, emotional shutdown is showing up in your life today? This is what you're doing to actually become aware of what's going on inside of you and aware of how you're reacting to it. So how are these things showing up in your life today? Do you have a fear of conflict? Woohoo! Once again, we're talking about me. I had a fear of conflict for years. For years, I would just avoid conflict. I would keep my mouth shut. For years, I wouldn't express my feelings or express my thoughts. For years. So do you have a fear of conflict? conflict like I did. Oh, another one, that's me. I'm just talking about myself today. So I hope some of you guys can relate with me. If you can, leave a comment in the chat saying I can relate with you. But difficulty in trusting others. Whew. I'm going to just let you know now, that is me. That was me. I have worked on it. I'm coming better. I have became better at trusting others because I grew up, there are adults in my life I couldn't trust. So I grew up not trusting others. But as an adult, I had the mindset of you are guilty until proven innocent. But years ago, after my healing journey, I figured, okay, I can say people are innocent until proven guilty. And I don't have to worry about it because if they're not trustworthy, that's going to show up. So I don't have to worry about that. Another pattern you may have is feeling responsible for everyone. Feeling responsible for everyone. And then when you're not doing something for that person and something goes wrong, you start feeling guilty. I'm going to help you with this. This is what I had to learn. Every adult is responsible for their own selves, their own lives, their own outcomes. Understand that. The only adults you are responsible for is yourself. That's it. That's it. You are responsible for yourself. So how are you showing up for you? You're not responsible for everyone else. We all live this life. We all have choices. That's ours. And we all have consequences for those choices, whether good or whether bad. But you are not responsible for everyone else. Now, there are a few exceptions, but for the majority of us, we're not responsible for everyone else. And we're not responsible for how people feel. A lot of times we get stuck putting up boundaries because we don't want a person to feel a certain way, but that keeps you dishonest to yourself. You are not even responsible for adults' feelings. You're not responsible for it. They are. Just like you have to regulate your feelings and your emotions and do the work, so do they. You're not responsible for them nor their feelings. And the third one I want to mention to you is, as you're processing these things, as you're working through it, I want you to give yourself compassion. Understand your behaviors were survival modes from your past. They were strategies that you had to use to keep yourself safe, to keep your heart safe, to feel okay. They're not character flaws. It was just a survival mode that you picked up. So those are the three things that I have for you that will help you understand how your childhood trauma shaped your identity. Once again, we're peeling back these layers so you can get to the core of who you are and begin to live your life's purpose. Until next time, I'm Shanita. Once again, I help individuals to heal from their traumatic experiences as well as uncover and discover who they are so they can begin to live a life of wholeness and purpose. Till next time.